Welcome to this week's Hymn of the Week. This week we have ELW 726, Light Dawns on a Weary World. It begins, my friends, with a story in 2000. William T. Rowan, the composer of the music for this hymn, held a conference titled A Collection of Hymns Without Words. And the idea was to present another point of view in hymn writing, that we would start with the music first instead of the text. This wasn't frowning upon text first and then music. It was just presenting a different way. And he came up with a number of tunes, plenty actually. And then in 2001, at the Hymn Society Conference in Independence, Missouri, he played some of these tunes for the writer, Mary Louise Bringle, very famous hymn writer. And he played these for her as they were meeting in Independence, Missouri, probably over some free time throughout the conference or something. And here's what he played for her, and something stuck out to her. So let's see if you catch it. So I didn't catch it at first till I had to read the research on it. However, it is a pattern in the refrain of 4 16th notes. So let me highlight it for you. Hear it there? So it's those 4 16th notes made Mary think of a water fountain. And by the way, that's the only time 4 16th notes come up in this composition, because we didn't have text yet, right? And so she connected it, like I said, to a water fountain. I think it's possible from attending workshops and teachings of hers that she, as an alto, forgive me if I'm wrong, Mary, that may have stuck out to her more because that was the only time that rhythm was there. Well, either way, she related it to a water fountain and to the verse Isaiah 58:11, where there's a vision of a just society with an end to oppression after Babylonian captivity. And so she started working on this. And then the next day at the conference, there was a workshop on peace. And that's how she finished the text. And then it was connected to the tune. Now, the tune name, Temple of Peace, was named after the chapel of the Community of Christ where the Hymn Society met that year. And in case you don't already know, the Hymn Society includes many denominations. So this is a wonderful statement of the greater church, the kingdom of Christ. Light dawns on a weary world. Light dawns on a weary world when eyes begin to see all people's dignity. Light dawns on a weary world, the promised day of justice comes. The trees shall clap their hands, the dry lands gush with springs, the hills and mountains shall break forth with singing. We shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace, as all the world in wonder echoes shalom. Love grows in a weary world when hungry hearts find bread and children's dreams are fed. creatures once forlorn find wilderness reborn. Hope blooms in a weary world. The promised green of Eden comes. The trees shall clap their hands. The dry lands gush with springs. The hills and mountains shall break forth with singing. We shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace, as all the world in wonder echoes shalom. This is a beautiful hymn, and I pray that we continue to sing it regularly. That last line, we shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. We leave the church, or even in a moments and times in our lives, joyfully, because the joy of the Lord is our strength, right? And then be led forth in peace. We're being led in peace. God has it under control with a peace that passes all understanding. As all the world in wonder echoes shalom. The whole time the world is echoing that peace. Where are we seeing God's peace in the world? Are we missing the peace that passes understanding of Jesus Christ when we look into the world and we see as all the world in wonder echoes that peace? Thank you so much to Mary Louise Bringle for writing that text, and thank you so much to William P. Rowan for setting the music. And thank you for listening to Hymn of the Week.